Welcome to Katy Calls BS, the podcast where we cut through the noise in course creation, digital products, and business strategy. I'm Katie Miller, bringing you blunt advice, real action steps, and the occasional F-bomb because building a business is hard and the BS isn't helping. Let's get into it. Welcome back to another episode of Katy Calls BS. This week, we're going to talk more about selling digital products now, like in the mess of 2025, in the end of September, beginning of October of 2025, which is just a hot mess, as we know. And as I talk more about digital products, I realize just how much people think of courses, only courses, as digital products. Why does everyone think they need a massive signature course to be legit and taken seriously? I'm not sure. We're going to dive into it. We're going to talk about it because I think I have a little bit of an idea. But this mindset is keeping people broke, burned out, which we don't like around here, and waiting too long to launch something. You're sitting on these amazing ideas and expertise and overthinking it. We're going to talk about that. Today, we're calling BS on the idea that digital products have to be big, fancy, and polished to make money. We're digging into why micro digital products are smarter, more profitable, and the foundation that your business actually needs. We're going to talk about how to sell them in today's world. But before we dive into micro digital products, we need to address the BS of signature course obsession. This idea that you have to have one. You have to have a course. No, you don't. You don't have to have a course. Digital products, by definition, are intangible goods and services that you can sell and deliver online. That's a broad category and in no way says courses only. They are more inexpensive to create and require little time and effort compared to a physical product. This is where the whole passive income idea comes into play because you create it once for relatively cheap, add it to your website, and money just comes rolling in, allegedly. But a signature course requires a lot of upfront work and can be a significant investment of your time, of your money, of your resources. Why does everyone think that they need to have a signature course? Because it's not the right fit for everyone. But the online business world was sold this dream of the big course as the ultimate path to freedom. Like, this is your ticket. This is what every business needs, is the signature course, the big course. You have to have a course. Why don't you have a course? The gurus marketed it as a create it once and sell it forever. Your passive income dreams come true. Your pockets will be lined with money and you barely have to lift a finger. Well, that's BS. They're just really good at sales. They're not so great at the building the right course for your business part, which is kind of important. So this kind of cookie cutter build a course idea doesn't work. Remember that success stories are the loudest from those who had the biggest launches. And those launches usually leave out a lot of behind the scenes costs. It sounds really good. Those success stories are really loud and they sound really good. Oh, I had this great big huge launch, but they leave out how much they paid their email marketing team, their social media marketing team, how much they paid their course creator, how much they paid their video editor. They just tell you how much they made in total. They don't tell you how much they paid everybody. We don't hear about the 90% of people who burned out on their program or only sold 3 spots because the course guru already got the money and was less concerned about the success stories and whether the person actually launched their course, actually had success with their course, actually completed the program at all, because they already got your money. They did the work that they needed to do. They have it already. The psychology behind all of this, the reason why this idea works, of this big course idea works, and why we had all this in the business world, is this social proof bias. We copy what successful people say worked for them. It sounds really great. That worked for you. I want that too. It's why all the social media trends work. Because what successful, quote unquote, people say worked for them sounds really good. But this all or nothing thinking, we believe the only way to make it is through one big product. That's the all or nothing thinking. It's not true. We have this identity signaling. Having a signature course makes people feel legitimate as an entrepreneur. It seems like you've made it. It's this badge of authority. Look at me. I'm a real expert because I have a course. I have a signature course. This is my signature. This is what I'm known for. But why are you known for just that one thing? You don't have to be. Maybe it doesn't even make sense for your business or your audience. Then we have the sunk cost fallacy. Once you've invested in creating one, you cling to this idea that it has to succeed. So once you've created that one course, letting it go if it doesn't succeed is really hard because you've put so much time and effort and money into it. It's really hard to just scrap it. You're left to deal with all these feelings of failure if you have to let it go. That's hard. Trust me, I've been there. I've done that. I've spent time creating courses that didn't do well, and I've had to scrap them. You've put all this time and effort into creating them. It sucks. It hurts. But the reality of it all is that signature courses can work for some people, for people with an established audience, for people with very clear positioning and trust built in already with their audience. Usually those with really clear signature coaching programs and they want to pivot. Also, not every course has to be your signature course because they can take months to create with no guarantee of sales. They can be risky with a lot of upfront time, money, and energy spent, especially if you haven't validated the idea or even have an audience to do it. But there isn't one way they should look. That's the thing that messed us all up, is that there was this plug and play idea, this cut and dry idea of how a signature course was supposed to look. There are so many ways to market your course, to create a course for what a course should look like. They don't even have to have a video. Let's look at this as a few examples of different niches. Brand designer probably isn't doing an audio only course because they are very visual. You have fonts, you have graphics, you have colors. That's something you're going to have to see in a video. A therapist could do an audio only course, might not want to do any video, and it'll work. So you can't just do a cut and dry plug and play type of course. For everyone else that doesn't want to have a signature course, it can be a really heavy lift. Very expensive, risky to launch in today's economy especially, but it doesn't mean it's not something that can work at all. You just have to know if it's the right fit for your audience. Audiences right now, they want quick solutions. They do not want a year-long roadmap, not in the fall of 2025. They need quick solutions. This idea that you're not legit unless you have a signature course or a course at all is completely false. Or that one course will replace your entire income, totally false. Or that bigger means more authority, complete BS. A business doesn't need one giant offer or one signature offer or to be known for one thing. It needs layers of solutions. Different layers of offers, micro products, workshops, memberships, even guides. All of these build authority and income without requiring a massive upfront bet on something. You're not putting all your eggs in one basket. Ironically, these smaller offers often become the bridge to a successful signature course later, if it makes sense, once you have the demand and the trust from your audience. These smaller offers make the most sense all the time, just in general life, but especially right now in 2025, because we know that the consumer behavior has shifted. I talked about it in last week's episode. People are cautious with their money. Smaller offers feel safer. They're less risky. They're a faster win and an easy yes. Micro products are often an impulse buy. They work right now, especially, but they work all the time for those reasons. When we have low commitment, we have a low resistance. The brain is more likely to say yes when the cost feels small compared to the potential reward. When we have quick wins, that builds trust, which is exactly what we're trying to do with our audience. If you have a $27 offer or $47 product that solves a problem fast, it creates that proof that you can help people with a bigger problem, which is what we want. When we have the progress principle, people are more motivated when they see small, distant progress. And if you can offer that through micro products and let them experience that progress without being overwhelmed by a massive course, that's a plus. We want that. It's better for you as the business owner, and it's better for them as the client. But the best part about having a smaller digital product or a micro digital product as a business owner is they're easier to create and they're easier to launch. I mean, hello, we all need that. There's not a 6-month build. There's not months of planning. There's no giant funnel. You can validate the idea fast, like this week. Plus, you're diversifying your revenue streams, and don't we all need that right now? You're not relying on one hero offer, one signature offer, one main thing that you're known for. You're doing multiple smaller products and spreading your risk. It's also scalable. It's scalable without the time cost. Once it's built, they can be automated, just like big courses can, but with less stress. If they don't sell big at first, it's okay. Like set up the automation. Okay, cool. Set it and forget it. Just like a crock pot. Plus, there's stackable strategy. You can create a product suite that naturally leads buyers up a ladder. I talk a lot about creating your digital product ladder. If you start with a freebie, and then you have a $27 micro product, that can lead into a $97 toolkit, into a $300 workshop, into your bigger course and coaching offers. See how it goes up the ladder? It keeps you selling even when you're busy. You don't need to show up live for digital download to deliver. You don't need to do that for a micro product to deliver. You do that through email or an instant download or a toolkit to deliver. You can do a workshop live and then have it be a download later. Keeps it really easy, especially now when we're heading into a very busy season and we don't have a lot of mental capacity to take on all the things. We don't want to be showing up live all the time. We're heading into the busiest time of the year. But what often stops people is the idea that smaller products are too cheap to be worth it. Like, why create these micro digital products anyway? They're too cheap to be worth it for my business. No, small products are the front door to bigger sales and a sustainable revenue. Or the other one that I hear is you need one signature offer to build authority. Authority is built through results, not the size of your product. If you're thinking I'll make a digital product once I'm more established or I have more clients or I have more time, I think that's BS. The truth is that digital products should be your starting point. It shouldn't be your afterthought. They create leverage from day one. They support your client work. It could be your lead-in to your bigger offers as you build. Too many people wait to create their digital products until they're established. Like I just said, authority is built through results, not the size of your product, not the size of your audience. It is built through results. You can build results with small offers. So they create that leverage from day one. They support your client work. They bring in leads. They give you breathing room. They help you test ideas before committing to a full. If you think about a $27 template bundle, that can attract buyers now. Some of those buyers that get your $27 template bundle that are now in your world and on your email list can become coaching or course clients later. If you get a $47 workshop, that can validate interest in a bigger program before you invest in building it. Because this idea of if you build it, they will come, it does not work in course worlds. Let's dive into the psychology of micro products and kind of why they work. I touched on it a little bit because I think people still are, oh, well, it's fine. I don't need to build one. Like such a low barrier of entry. Buyers don't feel like they're gambling because they're not buying a $2,000 course that they might never finish. $47 feels manageable, even now in uncertain times. When we have those quick results, it's a dopamine hit. They get to check something off the list today. Progress breeds confidence. We're more likely to buy from you again. We need that. If you can get that quick result, they're going to come back to you. They're going to say, I bought that from that person. I completed it. I got the result I wanted. And now I'm going to go back to that person because I now trust them. So having that trust builder, that small product is like a test drive. Builds the trust. If it's good, they're coming back to you. Plus, it's a reduced mental load. There's no overwhelm of 122 modules of a course. It's one focused solution. If you think about smaller digital products, there's so many options. And I do have a download of digital product ideas that I'll put in the show notes, but here are some examples. You could do like $27 to $97 toolkits. We're talking under $100 things. I mentioned a few of them in last week's episode. I've mentioned them in a few episodes. You could do templates, swipe files. There's literally options for every industry. If you have trouble coming up with an option for your industry, send me a DM because this is one of my favorite things to do is to come up with ideas for you. But another one is bite-sized memberships. We're talking like $15 to $50 a month focused on one thing, membership on one thing. We're not trying to change the world right now. Short workshops, $47 to $147. That's over 100, but you get the idea. You could do live workshops once a month, short. People are not sitting there for an hour. Or do them on replay. Short trainings. What can you do to generate the income that is consistent? You can do 1-day intensives or micro strategy sessions, ebooks, guides, recipes, meal plans, audios if that's your jam, coaching recordings, color palettes. I'm telling you, something for every industry. People want the quick win, the affordable win. These offers do exactly that. It's something that is a no-brainer to buy. That's something that feels doable, especially when my business feels slow. One thing that I hear a lot from business owners is if I make small products or add in small digital products or add in digital products at all, am I selling out or diluting my brand? Because I feel like I have a solid idea on my brand. I feel like I know what my offers are. If I add in this other side of my business, this digital product side or these resources, what is that doing to the rest of my brand? Here's my answer for you. No, it's not. It's not diluting your brand. It's not selling you out. Small doesn't mean shallow. We aren't building these things for funsies. These are aligned to your brand. Some questions to check for alignment. Does this product solve a real, relevant problem for my audience right now? Does it reflect the bigger transformation my business is built around? We're not just throwing crap out there. We're trying to build resources that can then lead in to our higher ticket offers. That's why it's a digital product ladder. We're trying to build the bottom rung here. Instead of doing build your entire course in 90 days, or what I have, build your course in 6 weeks, create your first module in a weekend. It's a lot easier to handle. I can deal with that. That seems manageable. Building a whole course right now feels like I want to go cry in the corner. But building one module, okay, I can do that, right? Like I could do one piece of it. If it's build your template this weekend, okay, I can do that. That feels doable, right? Instead of a 5K coaching program, how about a $97 workbook and a 90-minute group workshop? Okay, well, that allows me to set aside the time instead of spending $5,000 on a coaching program that I don't even know if I'm going to be able to show up every week. All of these things still align with your brand. We're not going outside of our brand, outside of what we do. When we're creating micro products or when we're adding things to our business, it is not diluting what we do at all. All we're doing is trying to, one, survive the times, survive the slow days, survive the emergency times when we have to shut things down. So if something happens in your life and you can't be live, you can't sell, you can't show up for clients for whatever reason, if there's an emergency in your life or whatever reason it is that you just can't do it right now, and you want to have something that your clients can have access to, what is that going to be? You can't send them through a live coaching program. You're not available. So how are you going to get them through something? You can do a workbook and or a workshop series. You can do a digital product. That's the point. But how do we sell all of it? If I've finally convinced you that this sounds great, how do you sell when sales feel totally dead? When nobody's buying anything and sales feel really slow right now and sales are down across the board for everybody. That's what I hear for everyone. How do we sell these digital products that I keep raving about? Well, first step is to pick the right one for the stage of business you're in. That's a key thing that I don't think I've talked too much about. There's a trick to this. If you have been around in business for a while, you get to choose whatever you want. You have some options. If you have just started in business, I'm not going to tell you to go create a membership because nobody knows who you are. Nobody knows what you can do. You're going to need to start a little smaller. If you're in the starter phase of your business, I would go with swipe files. I would go with templates. I would go with email scripts. People need to know who you are and what you can do. How can you offer that to them? If you're in the growth phase of your business, toolkits, mini workshops, resource packs, you want to expand into the larger offers. If you're in the scaling phase, you want to go memberships, evergreen workshops, bundles, resources, resource workshops. There are so many ways that you can do all this too. But marketing during the slow season, don't chase the trends. Talk to your audience's immediate struggles. There's end of year stress. There's a lot of uncertainty. We have a lack of time, especially in the fall. Go with the seasons. Position it as a relief product. It solves a small but urgent pain point. What is it solving? Why do people want that right now? Your selling strategy when it feels really quiet online is tricky, but you have to be consistent. Use the tiny, consistent marketing like emails. Do shorter posts. Do really simple reels. Like repurpose your old stuff. Take one idea and put it in a lot of different formats. Take one idea and put it on your reels, put it in your stories, use it in your email. Repurpose. Not everybody is going to see everything. Remind people that it's a safe and small, quick step. It is not going to be your intensive, therapeutic, long, life-changing course here. This is a small baby step. It's okay to take the step. Meet people where they are. Talk directly to their uncertainty. If you're not ready for a huge investment, here's a low-cost way to still move forward. That's your micro-digital product. We aren't about the pressure here, but more about creating that market safety and the progress, showing them that they can still make progress for a low cost when things are crazy. We're creating the market safety for them. What can you relieve for them? Use the seasonal urgency without being gross about it. September and October is a big time for holiday prep. Tell them this offer helps you set you up before the holiday rush. October and November, start 2026 off fresh. I know a lot of us want to be like, 2025, we're done with you. Tie the products to real life timing and needs. That's something you can use the full year. Always focus on your outcomes, not your features. We can find features. We're grown up. We should be able to find the features on our own. Don't list, there's 12 videos. That's a lot. 4 PDFs. Like, don't do that right now. That's too overwhelming. If I saw something that said 12 videos, I would walk away. I'm not buying. Say something like walk away with your launch email sequence done in a weekend. If I can get that done in a weekend, first of all, I'm not working on a weekend, but if I can get that done in 2 days, amazing. Okay, how many hours do I need to spend though? I'm not watching 12 videos, I'll tell you that. Layer in easy, low energy marketing tactics. Run a short live workshop, then sell the replay as a product. I'm telling you, keep it easy. Bundle old assets. You have all the assets, turn them into a starter kit. Send an email to your past buyers. Hey, I made something for you. Sell it to your past buyers, your email list. Reward the loyalty, exclusive pricing for your warm audience first. That's your email list. Those are the people that are within your world already. Play the long game. Micro products are entry points. They bring people into your world, into your ecosystem for future bigger offers when we're ready to do those again. Keep people in your world. That's what we're trying to do. At the end of the day, here's the BS. Digital products only count if they're big, polished, and worth thousands of dollars. Total BS. The truth? Your small products can sell faster, build trust quicker, and support your business better than waiting years, months to launch your signature course. Stop waiting for the perfect time. Stop building in silence and stop thinking bigger automatically means better. Start small. Start now. Experiment. It is okay to experiment. This is low pressure. If it doesn't work, if your digital product doesn't work, it doesn't work. Oh well, move on. You didn't spend that much time on it. Use that information and move forward. Your audience didn't like it. Okay, scrap it, move on. But creating these now will help you stay visible, earn income, and keep momentum. And that's what we want. I'll see you next time. If today's episode hit home, share it with a friend and hit follow so you never miss the next one. Until then, keep calling out the BS and building your business your way.